Yeah. What's going on? We coming in here with the Kyrie and Kanye. Are they fools? Or are they standing up for the race? It's kind of like standing up for the space. Did that rhyme? In this space, they got the pills, the different pills. If you don't stand up for the pills, then, you know, something wrong with you. I'm just asking. Now, y'all go on and pull up, man. I'm going to give y'all about 5 or 10 minutes, man. Pull up in here. We're just going to continue this conversation. Let me see if I can pull it up. You did? Give me a second. Say something in the chat room if you players are up in here. Say something.
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show. This show is all about male masculinity, female femininity, and being a real goddamn man. Holding yourself accountable, knowing everything is on you. Guys, it's not gonna be easy. But this show will keep you 100% real when it comes to women and relationships. Welcome to the Macosphere! The no cap zone, the no BS zone. Get off your phone and go outside and knock you a nice young bitch, Jack. Something like that. You can put your flavor into it. Just a little real spill. No chilly cold blood. Yo, Sirism, spit that shit. Stay up while you put that game down. I'll see you at the top, Jack. Yeah.
What's going on with y'all, family? We was over there at Citizen Lou. Okay, I see I got AJ up in there. AJ, I dropped the link for you, man. Indian Aura. What's up with you, baby? All the way over there on that East Coast, baby. It's 1 o'clock in the morning over there. Yeah, right on, AJ. Man, hit the link, man. Let me get my phone here, y'all. I'm going to pin the link. I'm looking forward to seeing Sturdy over here. I'm looking forward to seeing the brother Herm. Who else we had? Big J Triple X. Pull on up in here. We had another brother. Who was the brother with the third eye on his face? I can't remember the brother. Black Israelite brother. Pull up, man. It's all good over here, man. I rock with all the brothers, man. Y'all pull on up in here. Hit the link. We just continuing the conversation about Kyrie and Kanye. Are they fools? Are they what a martyr? A modern day martyr? Or somebody standing up for the race? Or would you call him a coon? What you want to call him, man? I'm just asking. We just continuing this conversation. I'm gonna pin the link. I got AJ pulling up. You players can pull up and we can, chop it up. Is that you, AJ?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. What you want to speak on it, man? Go on ahead. You got the floor.
First, I got to do my introduction. Like, bro.
Okay, man.
Hey, that intro is fire, bro. Damn, Sir Ism.
Right on, man. I appreciate it. Oh, I got Sturdy pulling up, man. I got some players, man. I appreciate that, y'all, man, pulling up on y'all.
Hey, Ism, I feel ashamed, man. God,
what?
Hey, because I was working on my little intro for my channel at the seeing that shit. I'm like, God damn it.
Right on, AJ.
Go back to the
right on,
seriously, Ism, bro. I
appreciate it, man. I got a couple of years in the game.
That was very impressive. But I was just waiting for the no problem. Waiting for the fellas to come in, man. You know,
the notification just now coming out on my other phone. Is that you, Sturdy?
Yep. Salute everybody.
Salute.
All right. Let me take this off. I had to put this up, man, because people come in here and trolling and doing all that stuff. Let me take this down. So, what y'all think about the conversation, man? Is Kanye is he taking the arrows for the black race, or is he a fool? I think it's like 50-50. Because when I did a poll about Kanye, some people were saying, Ism, why you don't have Sometime? Because I had, do you rock with Kanye or do you not rock with Kanye? And some people said, where's Sometime? They was like, some of the stuff he say is not bad. What y'all think? Y'all got the flow?
Well, let me say this right quick. I'm the same way, but I've been like that with Kanye. It's like Kanye been doing this shit for years. I mean, like once he got with homegirl, the stripper, I was like, dude, what the fuck is you doing? But then it was like, okay, that's Kanye, man. Kanye does what he want to do. So I said, okay. Got up with Kim. I really was like, nah, fuck you now, Kanye. I cut Kanye. Like, dude, how you gonna fuck with this damn broad? But at the same time, what he do? He made something out of it, man. So I was just like, all right, cool. But all of this shit now, I mean, if he's saying something that's factual, what's the problem, man? I don't get it, man. But I mean, are they fools? That's a good question. I mean, that's on the certain individual, man. I mean, that's up to you to make that, how you decide. But me personally, no. If what they saying is factual, I'm for the rock out with them.
Sturdy, what you think?
I got a different take in general. Like, it's unfortunate this society is your opinion can be leveraged, and due to that level of influence, you're vulnerable in this current state of society. And like, because for some reason, entertainers like a Kanye, like a Kyrie, they have so much of a following that people take too much. They take too much pay too much attention to their opinions. You know what I mean? Like the brother just alluded to, Kanye's just being Kanye. And me personally, I never, even though whether I agree with some of his sentiments or not, I never looked into it because he was just an entertainer to me. Like, even from guys from back to Lou's channel, or like to now, like, people still going to listen to the thing that they got introduced to Kanye. Like, you're still going to listen to Graduate. You're still going to listen to College Dropout. You're still going to listen to all any other projects that you agreed with him because of the fact that that's who he is. He's an entertainer. And if anything, we should be wise as people, like, at things like this, and understand. I said this on multiple platforms. Like, in order to negotiate, you gotta understand two things. One, you have to have a logical reasoning, and the second thing, you have to have a practical leverage. If you don't have both of those things, you're not negotiating, you're asking. And I think we can learn from these celebrities in terms of, like, understanding what is our actual leverage, how much little or some that we do have. And so, ironically, for what we can learn with Kanye and Kyrie is different spectrums in terms of the amount of leverage, because I think Kanye gonna be all right because some of the fact that throughout all this stuff, he still has a following at the end of the day, a huge following.
Well, remember, I was asking you, Sturdy, because my son, I didn't know you were so young. My son is 27 and I got another one 31. And he loved Kanye when he first came out because he was in college at that time. So those memories are like stained in his brain, right? But that's why I was asking, is influence more important or the bag? Because some people can leverage influence and get rich overnight with the new, way of life now. You can make an NFT, you can use your status as an influence, and you're not really rich, but overnight, boom, you rich. That's why I was asking, is the new way influence, or is it really, standing on something? Because whatever you say is cool, then everybody goes with that. It's like sheep. What y'all think?
I mean, that's a great question, man. Wow. Shit, I don't know. I don't even know how to.
I just think you got to live wherever you're comfortable living with. You know what I mean? Like the main reason I say Kanye is Kanye, because all these things, he's a grown man. All decisions he made, he didn't make out of a whim. I think he thought things through. That's why we might disagree with the brother alluded to, like, earlier before, like I said, like he said before, you might disagree with the type of partner that he decides to be with. But at the end of the day, he still profited off each partner he been with.
Right.
So is like I said, he has that following, and I mean by following, I mean like he has a proven monetary following more so than like a popular following. When he
That's what
signed
I
with
was
Adidas,
saying, Sturdy. His influence is money. Because of Kanye,
Yeah.
I think Our City said if Kanye take Skechers, I remember when Champion shoes were crap. Now Champion, people wear it.
Mhm.
But his influence doesn't move the culture though. I mean, that's why I was trying to say that was a great question, because at the end of the day, what I look at is the culture. And that's what you're seeing. Like a lot of people just send back, showing that, I get what Lou was saying. And I'm trying to be respectful on your shit. I'm gonna say certain words because I don't want the buck breaking.
I definitely appreciate that, man. Please say
Mhm.
certain words. I mean, we grown. We know what you're saying.
Right. But
Mhm.
I don't want to, and
When you finish, AJ, I'm gonna play this video and we're gonna have some thoughts on that. Go ahead, y'all.
okay, yeah, let me be quick. That's what you're seeing. You see what I'm saying? Ism, like from what Kanye's saying, what he's doing, you're seeing now the influence of the other people going against that shit. So what we talking about? That's why it's kind of hard to answer that shit. I mean, is it about money? Because it seemed like all these other dudes that's going against him, they willing to have their money to basically, go against what Kanye and Kyrie doing, other than standing up and saying, okay, yeah, they right, man. This shit, we need to take a stand. So
Well, AJ, they sticking together. So I think as together, if you got 10 million, I got 20, he got 50, we can, even though Kanye's supposed to be a billionaire, but these other, small hat people, they stick together. Brothers, we can't stick together. That's our problem.
Facts. And that's why I wasn't trying to. I try to stay out of that, but because I make that in my opinion, because a lot of these people that you just you sitting back going against what other people saying, but I'm like, bro, it's out there, you see it, man. Like what the fuck? Like
Okay,
the
let me
situation
play
like
this
with
video
Takeoff.
for you.
Go ahead, bro.
Let me play this video for you.
Is there somebody in your life close to you that you trust enough to call you out on your bullshit? We're all full of shit sometimes.
What's my bullshit?
Well, some of it I pointed out today, but I don't
What
know
was
you
the
deeply
bullshit,
enough.
though? What was the bullshit?
Jewish media, Jewish.
That's not bullshit. The bullshit is that the Jewish media won't admit.
Your dad was right. Your dad was right. The words you used, you weren't. The
and
point
I
you were.
said it. You're not gonna make me say it 800 more times.
I don't know if it resonated because you keep saying like the words.
Did it resonate to y'all that y'all ain't do nothing about it, and that all y'all want to do is have somebody apologize and sweep under the rug your bullshit that you've been doing the whole time? You on the same bullshit as the other people. So you're doing the same thing that the other, let's say, media, because I'm not allowed to say, has done. So until somebody
which is what, man? I'm trying to call you out in your bullshit because I hope I'm somebody you can trust.
I don't fucking trust you.
Well, hey, Ism, can you pause it? No, let me say this.
Hold on, let him finish.
I'm not one of your BLM marchers.
Listen, I'm with you on the BLM. A lot of organizations use tragedy. And I watched the Candace Owens documentary.
And what was your take on it?
I think it's important to question the mainstream narratives, but I don't agree with it. I still believe that George Floyd died from the knee of the cop, not from fentanyl.
And even if that was the case, there's still 50% of black deaths is actually abortion.
Come on, man.
That was a Sir Ism video. I think I did pretty good. So what do y'all think about this here?
Ism, did you peep how he was trying to son them though? He was talking about what your father was saying. It's like you got a whole.
I thought that. Who was he talking about? Trump?
Whoever, I don't know, but you got a whole man right here. I mean, he's a father himself, and I look at fathers as being leaders. Like Ism, you a father, you a leader. Myself, I mean, for him to sit there and say that shit, that was disrespect. Kanye, God bless his heart, because I would have lost it. Like, dude, what you talking about? My father.
Like, Sturdy, jump in there. I'm gonna come back. Y'all go ahead. I'm gonna moderate. Y'all go ahead.
Nah, I just I'm not gonna lie. This is one of Kanye's. It was a little vague. It was vague a little bit, and then it kind of tailed off a little bit. Like I'll just say this. I think in form of any celebrity that goes through, there's three forms of cognitive processing. Like there's being intelligent, being smart, and being wise, right? And in this case, what we can observe from Kanye is he was wise to use his talents to profit. He's able to create something, sell it, and then through that ability to sell at a high stakes with his talents, he's able to leverage business deals.
Mhm.
His intelligence and his craft. You know what I mean? Like he might not like that's the biggest thing about Kanye that people have a biggest gripe about Kanye is the way he delivered his message. Like we kept saying before, like bits and pieces of it are you agree with and are factually correct. It's just the way you deliver it. It has to be Kanye tends to ramble. And for every interview that he rambles, there's also another interview where he clarifies what he was rambling. So I think as a people, we just needed to learn from how Kanye profited. What is he lacking in terms of like his delivery of message, especially parts of his message that we agree with? Because in my opinion, like Kanye has always been Kanye. He always been preaching in terms of like ownership and leveraging your own talent.
Facts.
And most importantly, not just being stuck in one box.
Damn. Man, Sturdy, you ain't no 19, man. You lied on your birth certificate, man.
No, I'm 26.
26. Okay, man. Because I'm like, you too wise beyond your years. You only 19, 26. Hey, man, you my nephew, man. I like your take on things so far, man. Make sure you pull up here from time to time, and when I have panels, pull up because I like your perspective. AJ, you got the flow. Go ahead, AJ.
But did you notice that Sturdy and Ism, like he didn't debunk anything that what Kanye was saying. He just sat back and what he do, like usually what you see with us, a lot of people do. He resorted to the shaming tactic. Your father didn't do this and all this other shit, and he haven't yet.
Kanye trust me. He was like, "Why should I trust you?"
Right. He didn't come with anything to sit there and say, "Okay, Kanye, you wrong. Here is my stats." Blah blah blah. Because Kanye kept asking him, "Okay, what did I say wrong?" And he ain't do none of that. And I mean, and that's the problem, man. I'm gonna leave it alone. Go ahead, y'all.
Okay, y'all go ahead and talk. I got another video. Go ahead, Sturdy. I got another video I'm gonna find with Kanye talking. Y'all keep it flowing, and we're gonna have some new people pull up. Sac Passe, you can pull up. Don Gordito, Emoji, James Brown. Who else we got? Alonzo Hall. Pull up. And y'all got an opinion on this Kanye, Kyrie. I'm gonna get a few videos together. I'm gonna get one about Kyrie now, since we was talking about Kanye. Y'all keep it flowing, and I'm gonna find the video. All right,
for sure.
I say specifically, I think obviously we can see the common grounds between Kyrie and Kanye's situation, but I think the clear difference is Kanye, even though he already chose to conform again, but he has that option. Like he still has that option whether he can conform or not, and still maintain a substantial monetary as well as influential status. In regards to Kyrie is different. Kyrie monetary status is literally dependent on how much he's willing to conform, and for him, more in a moral way, how comfortable he is with his life, and like, is he willing to potentially sacrifice his status as an entertainer as he's formerly known, because he can go overseas, but like he has other options, but like not as many as Kanye, and that's the main reason I think Kyrie would conform, because he loves to play basketball. He loves to play in the NBA, and I think he will adhere to the demands of the Nets, which is a joke, to be honest with you. It's classic buck breaking, and I think as Black people, we can't get emotional about entertainers conforming to the system that they sign under. We just have to learn and understand leverage. That's all.
I mean, that's a great point, and I'm glad you brought that up, because my thinking, what I've been looking at it, like if they could treat Kyrie for just posting the link and whatever, people could take it. I mean, shout outs to Lou and everybody, man. That was a great conversation. They could sit back and do that shit. But think about the average black man, what they could do to you.
Mm-hmm.
They could destroy you with a snap of the finger. You know why? Because when you look in society and you look at toys, and there's no shots at anybody. If you got a good job, whatever. I'm not trying to tell you like, no, nigga, don't revolt and my white, employee, CEO, to do nothing crazy. But I mean, like, come on, man. I like the reality of things, like who really run this shit. It's not us.
Well,
yeah,
after I play this video, AJ,
you could get canceled at any time.
No, I saw this.
I'm gonna play this, right? But after this, I'm gonna play you the Charleston White one when he said it's just like the public, lynchings when they took brothers and they whoop them and whoop them and whoop them, so to make the next person not want to say nothing, because then I'm gonna get, they're gonna start calling, I'm gonna get Kyrie, I'm gonna get Kanye. You get what I'm saying?
No, that's
so
facts.
People gonna be less willing to speak up, especially people with money. Y'all ever listen to Dick Gregory? Dick Gregory sound kind of crazy, but they say they always put entertainers out front. Cardi B telling you who to vote for, and they never put like thinking black people out front. They'll put entertainers because that's who we love. That's why I go back to the influence 30. The guys now with social media, it's more than what if he right or wrong. It's his influence, and everybody just agree with him. Like Drake said something about Meg Thee Stallion. Even the people that like Meg Thee Stallion, but still like Drake, but they just love Meg Thee Stallion or they love Beyonce, the Beehive. So anything you say, they just gonna come on you.
I will say this. Influence does. The biggest impact that you need influence for is perspective, and a lot of people stay to themselves, stay within their group. You like that's just a subconscious thing that we do as human beings. Like we naturally attract to like commonalities amongst people. So you start with the physical. Most people don't interact with other races, and I didn't notice this until I went to college myself. Like majority of people that was there was from Long Island City, which was white, and they depicted us, majority of the media and entertainment. You know what I mean? Like only a few of them had black friends or Hispanic friends of like sports and stuff like that. But besides that, they relied.
Their perspective was only what they seen in the media. Okay, keep going, Sturdy.
So that influence, I think that's the most powerful thing of influence is perspective. And during this whole what we did as black people, I don't think we actually believed in that sort of like black is inferior thing. I think instead we changed our goals. We went from being family oriented to more so materialistic.
Ooh, that's heavy, Sturdy. I got a question. This brother right here, RJ, you see it?
So what is the solution? Oh, it's simple. It's I like to call it the ripple effect. What you do, you were about developing yourself. First of all, as an individual, I'm gonna speak as a black man. Fuck it. As a young black man, you find yourself a skill. You find yourself a practical skill, and you profit off that. Then, as you profit off that, you have to, believe it or not, the second you're born in this country, you have to conform in some way, shape, or form. You have to play the game. It is what it is. So it's up to you.
Well, you can't say game, Sturdy. They say game don't exist. Go ahead, Sturdy. Go ahead, Sturdy.
Like I say this.
You have to conform. You have to conform as much as your morals and principles allow you to conform. So that will A, dictate your occupation, and B, your level of patience while you endure some of this, the disadvantages of life.
Right. We gotta have a job. We can't just go in there and slap the boss. Go ahead, Sturdy.
So naturally, cream always rises to the crop. So if you working on your stuff, you educating yourself, you on your grind, you working out, you getting healthy, you raising a good family with high morals, you teaching, you learning financial literacy, you're reading books, you basically optimizing yourself as an individual human being, it will naturally rip it out. As a black man, the more I become better, the more I become a better father, the more I have a more stable family, the more I'll be able to build a more stable community, if not branch out to a more like-minded community. and naturally cultivate. Because people naturally always cultivate to like I said, like-minded people. Cream always rises to the top. So if you as an individual become elite, you are inconsequently create a elite culture, and
I agree.
that's the solution. I ain't with honestly, even though I'm young, whatever, I ain't with the energy to talk about the problems no more. I'm more so talking about the solutions. And to be honest, the solution is really simple. It starts with a good nutrition, good discipline. Honestly, Mike Tyson said it perfectly. If you don't have discipline, you're nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have discipline, you're nothing. So you staying consistent with your diet, you staying consistent with your studying, you staying consistent with practicing your morals as well as your responsibilities,
Mm-hmm.
you will naturally become a better person, and your teachings will naturally rip it out, because that's all our purpose anyway. Our purpose is to pass on knowledge, obtain as much knowledge as we can, and educate who we can influence, directly or indirectly. That's the solution.
Totally agree.
Man, I agree. I'm gonna give it to you, AJ. I'm just saying that's why I say each one teach one. When I was growing up on my block, where my grandmother's house is, the whole block was black, fellas. The gas stations used to be owned by the black men.
Oh, facts.
Now all the Arab brothers have came in and they own all the stores. I go to a whole nother city. I see one of the brothers from the city where I'm from. They own the stores in the next cities. Okay. We used to have people, and the fathers would check you. They would look out for your kids. We didn't have cell phones. It used to be like Mr. James would make sure you was cool and be like, no, I picked your son up from practice. No, I seen your son walking home. He missed the bus. But now things have changed. So all I can say is start at home. Everybody be tripping on the leftists and the Democrats and brother, be Donald Trump, Obama in your house first. Run your house, run your woman, run your children and your little army. Then you can go outside and start dictating and telling people what to do and where they should vote. And a lot of brothers don't even run their own household. And then they want to run these women. They want to tell people what to do. This is the problem I be having with sometime in this space. Start with yourself and your woman and your little family. Then you can go outward. What you want to say, AJ? Then we're going to play the video.
I think the problem, like, I've been seeing like certain individuals coming at you, Ism, and I mean, I'm trying to say that you're PIMP, but the thing I don't understand, like they were saying towards with them and drug dealers, right? They're the problem of the community. I don't understand that, because when you really looked at the PMIPs, they wasn't the ones kidnapping these chicks to do this.
I'm just an old player, AJ. I'm just old.
No. I'm just listen where I'm going with this. These women was going to do it with you or without you. They have a choice. The same thing when you're talking about with the drug dealers. I mean, the drug dealers didn't go over there and get that shit. That shit got brought over here. But who was buying it? Nobody ain't forced these people in these communities to do that. And I think it's just like we just don't hold. We like certain individuals. I'm just gonna be respectful, because you know how they is with me, Ism. Like when I go rogue, they you
ain't gotta say no names, but I understand what you're saying.
But right, but I'm just
hold
like,
yourself accountable.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just like if a woman turned around, it don't matter what nationality, because even if she was a streetwalker, I don't recall her always being black. It was all nationalities doing that. I mean, that's like they say, it's the old profession. But how the fuck can you blame the fucking pimp for what
they say? We're gonna say, don't be mad at the player, be mad at the game.
The game.
It's the game.
And that's it. That's what we're talking about right now.
Somebody's the boss, somebody's the worker.
Well, that's the problem. See, so now these motherfuckers, they've been the bosses for too many years. And then now it's time for us to start being the bosses. Because when we look at the NBA, we look at the NFL, we look at the rap industry, who usually the ones promoting this shit? Who's really putting the blood? I mean, go ahead, play the video.
Charlemagne asked the brother Leo Corin, hey, well, why do you promote this BS? He said, well, Charlemagne, my people got to eat. He was like, well, why do you promote this destruction? Because they want to promote destruction in our community. Okay, that's a community, a community. But
But
you can run your household Sturdy. You can run your household AJ. You can run your household Ism, and then we all can be better. But we got to start at home. Everybody want to point the finger at what's going on at your house and Sturdy house, but we ain't got our own house together. Now let's play this right here, and a lot of truth be within comedians, y'all. Check it out.
Want to get too comfortable, you know, because that's when you become the porn. That's when they use you.
Yo,
as
Ism, you gotta mute up.
some shit over and go get that rich nigga and put you on TV.
Some people are conscious, some people are not. I could tell he's not conscious. He doesn't really care what's going on. But us, I know that you know, the game that we used to love and we promote, it brings people together. And it hurts me sometimes when we have to sit up here to talk about stuff that divides the game. Now we got to answer for what this idiot has done.
To represent the people, you know.
Called him an
You have
idiot.
you asking your questions like, Damon, now that you made this $13 million, and we're not counting. Now that you made all this money, let me ask you this. Let me just throw this out at you. You respond any way you want. Is there racism in America?
Chuck. I think he should have been suspended. I think Adam should have suspended him. First of all, Adam's Jewish. You can't take my $40 million and insult my religion.
You be sitting there thinking about that paycheck talking about.
I can't believe that we ain't talking about that. We're talking about this idiot.
No, sir.
facts.
If and there is, I ain't seen none.
To piggyback on Stephen A's point about what Ime did, we know his name. Maybe I'm missing something as it relates to the law, but why we don't know her name? It's not like she's a minor. I feel like we should know her name publicly as well. But with that being said,
Jalen Rose, get back in line.
With the legend Michael Wilbon. This is why. I feel like he deserves the opportunity to work again. And if he's going to work again,
I agree with
based on that, and if the Nets, who he's familiar with, I'm Jalen Rose, and I would like to apologize for a comment I made earlier on NBA Countdown. I question why a woman's name who had an alleged affair with Celtics head coach Ime Udoka was not made public. After an internal investigation, and it was discovered that she was a subordinate to the head coach, I now understand fully why her name should not be released to the public.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What y'all think, fellas?
That wasn't even a good reason. Like for Jalen Rose in particular, is like, it's part of the game. It's part of the game, but like the game is the game. If y'all seen the wire, it is what it is. But man, it's just that was not even a good reason.
It is no. See, that's the problem. That's the society. These niggas are weak. They're slave minded. They're on the plantation. But then you got these same Negroes like this motherfucker that will turn around and come at other motherfuckers that have I'm trying to think of the word, man. Cause I'm really, cause this shit be pissing me off. That they have their own thought process and say this shit ain't right. Not all of a sudden we're wrong. We idiots, you know.
Well, brother AJ, a lot of people in this space, this is what they say.
That's all I got to say. Game is dead. It doesn't exist.
They say game don't exist, man. That's what Sturdy. They be telling me game don't exist.
Wait,
This is game right here. You got to learn how to play the game. Jalen, you got outside. We let you be hip hop. You can wear your little glasses. You can do all your little stuff, but don't get too far out of line.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
That mean you being a slave.
Well, it is what it is. He don't own the network. What you want him to do? What do you want him to do? Tell you to get rid of all the small hat people?
Mm-hmm.
What do you
No, but what you apologizing for? If you said something that was
His
factual,
owner said apologize, boy.
Yeah, he signed up for that.
This is my first time even seeing this shit.
No, this is recent.
I didn't. Oh, okay, but man, this is horrible, man. And then you got these chicks in it, man.
Wait, why is this? Wait, brother. Why is this invoking so much discomfort, brother? Like, why is that so?
No, because I'm like, they got so much to say, Sturdy. You got these motherfuckers in the NBA. You got this one chick sitting here talking about down on black men, and these stupid motherfuckers ain't got shit to say
Well,
towards
are they
that
saying?
broad saying
Are they
what
saying
she's
rich men too? We'll shut you up. So the common man really better be quiet. These brothers have millions, and they apologizing.
So what we doing, Ism? I mean, we just wasting our time there.
No. You play the game to obtain enough leverage, and they use that leverage to obtain resources, and that's how you win the game. You don't win the game in the media. That's the problem. Like we have to understand. We gotta understand our place. I'm gonna be honest with you. We gotta understand where we are right now. We're not.
Wait, but Sturdy, they're not gonna like that when you say we gotta know our place.
But that don't even make sense. But no, whoa. Ism, no. But you a millionaire. You still gotta look over your back. That don't make sense as a black man.
But that's what it is.
That's what it is. Hold on, brother. Did you play? You play Super Mario Kart? You ever play that game?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you just start a race in the back. What you gonna do? You gonna stop the game? You gonna quit? No. It is what it is. That black people just understand where we are.
But Sturdy, I'm gonna stop. If I'm not winning, I'm not gonna keep playing.
No. Who say no? You in the game? Who the race started?
Okay.
You start in the back. Who's to say the race is over?
I'm not gonna keep Why would I keep participating in shit that I'm not winning in? Eventually,
well, you need to say that to the black manosphere. These dudes
ain't got
lose
nothing to do
with
with the
women.
black
They
manosphere.
cry about women every damn day.
But you got an option though. But that's the thing. You have an option. This is a capitalistic republic country.
Society. Thank you. You sound like my father now, Sturdy.
So,
you 81 years old. My father.
Why as we keep propping up? That's
this
my
is a
thing.
capitalistic society.
Hold
AJ,
on.
if you don't got no money, you don't got no status, no pool, you ain't nothing.
I agree. So
AJ,
why we keep propping up another entity that don't even have our best interests?
No, what you have to do, you have to conform in some way, shape, or form.
But
to
it's
some
not
degree.
Working though, Sturdy.
No. It's not working when, like I said before, we have to change this. We have to change our goal. Instead of being materialistic, instead of being buyers, our goal is to be sellers. You can obtain assets. You can obtain resources. The average person in the hood will spend thousands of dollars on some Benz, some Jordans, but they won't buy stocks. They won't start a passive income. They won't
you act like you ain't a nigga. We gonna look good while we broke, Sturdy. Niggas don't want to wait. We gonna look good, right? That fresh to death. That mean, nigga, I want to be casket fresh every fucking day because brothers feel like they might die at 25. That's why we rather be fresh than buy stock. And that's bad, Sturdy. We need to change that.
So what do we need to attack, Ism?
First, our nutrition. I personally believe, like, first nutrition and health.
I think
Sturdy, you keep sounding like my father, man. Health is your wealth. He 81 and the brother still be riding his bike, I eat a salad once a day, son. He makes sure he gets some green leafage every day, and he don't really be eating that meat. So I agree there, Sturdy. First with health. You right.
It's just a proven fact. Like, you literally put chemicals in your body that affects your neuron process as well as your blood flow and your oxygen intake. So you control that. It's always start within. Even the most powerful weapon we have is a nuclear bomb. It's all has to do with fission, which is dividing the nucleus, working on the nucleus. Like, the more you work internal, the more. Yeah.
I got
30. So did you say the way you eat can help the way you think?
No,
yes,
I
absolutely.
I
I'm
totally
gonna write that
disagree.
one down.
No.
Go ahead, AJ. Go ahead, brother.
No, bro. Come on, man. No, it started with the family.
AJ don't want to give up them pork chops. Go ahead, AJ. Sturdy said you got to go on the health diet, nigga.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm in my 40s. I would get Sturdy that. But I'm talking about towards younger men. And when we look at towards the culture and society, no, it's not the health, it's the mental. It's usually where they're coming from. It don't even matter if they getting effeminized and they don't even getting taught manhood. Health doesn't even matter because these boys don't even give a fuck about their lives.
So can I
This what
can
I'm
I
gonna
say
do.
this?
Let me do this. Let me do this. I need. I'm gonna drop myself. Y'all need to debate that because y'all. Let me do this. Let me drop me down. Go ahead, y'all players, because this is interesting. Because I think Sturdy is onto something with the health. The way you eat helps the way you think. And AJ, you saying no. Go ahead, y'all got the flow.
It's just more so. It's a direct correlation to a person's diet and their mood as well as their lifespan. So I'll start with me personally, right? I used to be 315 pounds, doing casual fat shit, eating a lot of carbs, a lot of fats, eating seconds and thirds, eating the middle night, loving Debbie cakes. Hell yeah. But at that time, I also was the most depressed.
Okay.
These guys that's getting more when you eat bad stuff, right? You get more emotional, you get more depressed. You actually produce more estrogen than normal. So the more fatty you become, the less testosterone you build, and testosterone, especially for a male, is great. Is going to increase your reproduction organs. It's going to make you help you develop more brain function as well as more physical as well. So, like I said, it always starts internal first, and the most fundamental thing you can do internally is fix your diet, detox 2 to 3 times a year, drink mostly water throughout the year, try to eat as much veggies and fruits as much as possible. You ain't got to be perfect, but everything I'm saying is obtainable from the rich niggas to the poor niggas.
Sturdy, I gotta cut you off.
All right.
Because see, I think what you're not understanding, you're talking about. Okay, well, let me ask you this question: are we talking about as a teenager or as an adult?
No,
I
especially in all facets of every age of your life, your diet is important, but especially as a teenager, because that's when you have the most brain development, as well as B, that's when you develop the most disciplines and associative discipline actions during that development process.
Right, but I agree with you. But my argument is this: because I don't want to go I want to go back as towards with kids, right? But just to say you come from a house, right? And I don't want to, because it's ism panel, because ism know how I am. But I'm just gonna say you just come from a household, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're getting mentally abused.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, now you as a teenager, you're right. Now the depression started to set in because you're not understanding what's going on. Yes, you're going to eat, but you have boys with their metabolism that's burnt. Not all boys start. They're not going to get fat. You got boys that's playing sports that's they're not gaining weight like that, but still their mind is still fucked up. You see what I'm saying? So it still don't matter. Now, eventually, as they get older, yeah, it probably going to affect them. But my thing is this: it starts from the household. It's the mentals first. I mean, I give you with the health, but when I look at like my sons, I don't got like the health. It's more with they mental. It's hey, I got to make sure they're happy that I'm doing the right thing. I'm teaching them the right thing, because then once they get older, they understand. Okay, look, I don't want my kids to be depressed or whatever. Do what you need to do. I mean, I'm not trying to, because I'm not no doctor. I don't really, I try not to dive into that. But I'm just, you see what I'm saying, Sturdy?
I get what you're saying. So
I think it's the mental.
I think we gotta look at it as let me paint this picture for you. Imagine like a jawbreaker, right? You know how each jawbreaker has a different layer, different flavor, and then different size, right? So I believe it always starts with the individual first. You as a male, right? The more I take care of myself as an individual, and same thing for a woman. As an individual, the more you hold yourself to a higher standard, the more you have discipline, the more you will educate yourself, the more you will exercise, the more simply you taking care of yourself will make you feel better. And then the fact that you will feel better, you'll get with more people and like-minded who on the same path as you. So you simply put, you'll have you as a less stressful person will get with a person who will cause less stress, right?
But
The reason why I'm
Sturdy,
saying, I'm not disagreeing with you that family household isn't important, because that's like level 3. But before I can even make a family, I have to become a better individual. Because if I don't work through my shit first, through my trauma first, and that shit can be hereditary for my kids.
I agree.
Or they can develop a nasty household. So me having, and a lot of people don't want to admit this, the foods and courses that you grew up on influence the way you view foods. Like for me, and adult, like I grew up in a Haitian household.
No, Sturdy. I mean, you made a really great point, because usually,
real quick, let me take over with this.
Go ahead.
And adult for me, like I grew up in a Haitian household, so I grew up rice and beans and protein. So subconsciously, and I have a huge habit of, I have a need to have carbs. In reality, if you break it down, is more so your body's food is a drug. So when you have a lot of carbs, is more sugar, more glucose. So literally your body's like, I need this glucose. I've been used to consuming this amount of sugar. I need this sugar. And you'll carry that down the line. And that affects your development, as well as, like I said before, your oxidation. Oxidation, the main thing that is one of the most pivotal things needed in development. Especially, a lot of people notice the different types of foods that you eat during development. You eating bitter foods in the morning or as a youth helps you stimulate your neurons, especially your frontal lobe. You drinking water, it's just a scientific fact. The better diet you are on, the longer lifespan, as well as you live a way stress-free life. So reduce the stress, you reduce the problems, and then the more you'll learn faster, you'll start to think more logically, you'll start to move more swiftly.
Sturdy,
and that's why I'm saying it's
a good game, man.
Because
great game you giving up right now, man. That's all I'm saying, because in my community we have alcoholics that fathers were alcoholics, and then they sons become alcoholics. We had fathers that were murderers. Their kid become murderers. Their father went to jail for being in gangs. They went to jail for being in gangs. So you saying the way you eat can change the way you think. I'm writing that down, man. The way you eat can change the way you think, man. That is very true. So if you're a guy and you, like you say, you telling your truth, you were overweight and you fix that. So you definitely have to get you a woman. If you're going to get a woman that she's into the same things, else you're going to fall back into that same trap. I know people that use drugs and they couldn't stay in their hometown. Once they moved 30 miles away, it changed their whole life because they wasn't around those same friends. Like you say, your neurons in the morning say, I need sugar. I need sugar. So the way you eat to live, this is how I grew up, Sturdy. See, respect, and, people can say what they want about the black Muslims, but Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught you how to eat to live. See, this is my father. He taught how to eat to live. See, this me when I was a kid. He taught us how to eat to live. See, so ain't too many people in my family 350 pounds, because that was our culture, to eat to live. See, where you from, Sturdy, that was your culture. So each person have to teach their household. That's why I say each one teach one. And that's a good thing you're doing this, Sturdy, at 26. So when you get ready to lock in a family or whatever at 32, 35, 36, this is your standard. This is your guidelines. Like when you go in the army, hey, we work out, you got to run 5 miles. We have certain standards. Black people, we have lowered our standards so much. This is bad. Go ahead, AJ.
But we don't even got any standards. But let me
damn, bro.
No, but we don't. Come on, Ism. But let me say this though, Sturdy. My point was this, which you make a great point. But even when I started playing like collegiate, like high school, they was telling us like, hey, eat pasta, do this, all this. And I was doing that, Sturdy. I mean, I was in that shit and it was giving me energy. But the one thing that kept fucking me up, like when I was playing my basketball games, that my parents, they wasn't there in that damn state in that crowd. That shit fucked me up, Sturdy.
Hell of a point,
Mentally.
AJ. I coach football, and kids play so good when their parents show up for a game. They don't know how much that means to them kids. Go ahead, bro.
And then it was like, okay, what the fuck I'm doing this for? And it was like, but my parents, so because once they separated when I was in high school, so they had their own households. But I still was like, okay, like they had to work so much now because when they was together, you know, they was able to make it work.
When they
now,
separated, AJ, who did you go with? Your mother or your father? What happened with
I
that?
went with my mother.
Okay.
But I was actually with my father a lot too. Until
Okay.
I mean, eventually I just end up just really just being on my own. I mean, it was just like this, it was some crazy shit. That's a long story. But because I'm the youngest ism out of 3 boys.
Well, a lot of people don't talk about their childhood trauma. Like Sturdy was saying about being overweight. It's just normal if you're in a house with people that look like the clumps. We eat, like you say, Haitian people, we eat peas and rice. That's what we
that's
do.
what I was finna say, ism.
If you're in a house with people that drink, I use drugs, it's normal. Go ahead,
yeah,
AJ.
and usually that's why ism, that was kind of like my point. Like I was like, it's not always true, ism, but you got families that I knew this with friends when their mother, they would be big and they would take you in the house. They damn mother and father were huge, and the mother and father was there, but all they did was cook, feed them, and I was like, God damn. And they would tell me like, yes, what they do. I cry, they feed me. When I'm mad, they feed me. This is all they know.
I had some cousins. When I went over their house, I used to always say football, baseball, basketball trophies. So I wanted to be like those cousins on that side of my mother's side, right? I always wanted to be an athlete because they were in the newspaper. They had clippings. They were always being athletes. So it always drove me to try to be an athlete. So I get what you're saying. You become a product of your environment, man.
Exactly. But when your environment not even showing up to support you, it don't even matter. Like I was sitting there taking care of myself. Man, I'm lifting weights. I'm doing push-ups. I'm doing all that shit. But I'm at the game. Ain't nobody there in that damn in them bleachers, man.
Well, did that drive you to be a better father for your boys?
Yeah. I said that would never happen again.
Exactly.
Never.
Exactly. I don't think you have any children, Sturdy?
Nah.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm good before.
It's good. It's good you getting to hear this from me, because I'm on grandpa status. I have one granddaughter, but my sons, I tried to keep them in sports and all that. And my oldest son used to tell me, "Hey, Dad, I knew I wasn't an all-star, but I liked the fact that we were all there. It was me, you, my little bro, my nephew. It was together."
But ism, he was an all-star to you. He was an all-star to you.
Definitely. But he was saying that it was that he liked it, that he was becoming a man, and what I was trying to teach him, that you just as good as little boo-boo. Even though he the star quarterback, little shoo-shoo, little Jim. Right. He you still part of the team, because it's like football is like life. You get knocked down, you get your brother, give your hand, pick you up, you win some, you lose some. We a team. Even at a job, we a team, we win together, we lose. So it was about the journey more so than it just happening. And he didn't even win the championship till his last year. And me and my little sons, we were winning early, and he was a little jealous of that. So it just showed you staying down with your family, Sturdy, going outweigh everything. And Sturdy, I always say this, brother. A 10 is not looks. A 10 woman is a woman that attends to your business. That's bad bitch. Ooh, go ahead, fellas.
Damn, guy still that is. Damn,
that's why I always be ending my show with that, because everybody, she a dime. But she can't cook.
Yeah, I'm taking that. But like,
Ism, tell Sturdy, like, man, Ism don't get it. Like I respect Ism. He be speaking some truth. But I'm the dude. I'm not with game. Ism would tell you, like, man, him would go at it. But I say, man, what Ism say when it's factual is factual. And I like that. What he just said, when she don't tend to you, nigga, what you doing?
Yeah, man. You gotta learn how to get a degree and don't
Yeah,
give a
that
fuck.
was-
See,
that
brothers
was
be so
Put a
worried
shirt-
about what other
Ism,
people
that's a
think.
shirt.
Yeah,
Ism.
yeah. They be worried about what
Bro.
other people think. You gotta get the woman that attends to you, Sturdy.
tend
And,
to
and
you.
even if she a little overweight, Sturdy, because you've been a little overweight, you walk her down.
Shirt.
But sometimes you can't make a pretty girl love you. Sometimes the girl that's
Hell
just
no.
nice, she treats you right, she got a plate of food and a good attitude. That's the one.
My thing is this: a pretty girl can make you bust a nut. That's fine. That don't mean she gonna turn around and make you bend a knee, nigga.
Yeah. Do you want a family, Sturdy? Do you want a woman that's gonna tutor your children? Because they always say black men are reading at a second grade level. So you want a woman that say our kids gonna read at a college level, Sturdy. Daddy,
No.
Sturdy.
See,
I'm
I'm not
children
trying
know
to
how to
rhyme
That's
like
the one.
Izzy. Really?
No, I
Izzy
have
better
I
than
have
me
a
with
woman,
rhyming.
and
Good.
we've been together for like at least 5-6 years.
Well, I know
And,
she on your program, but she been there 5 years. Because the way you think, your woman should think.
yeah, and we already agreed on like homeschool to a certain grade, and then all this other stuff, and like to that point, like of childhood, like you get some of those things from activities, and like I'm not gonna lie, I grew like most of the time I had a single mother household, and I was able to accurately identify this like a few years back. Like the reason why I did a lot of sports is because it wasn't just the love of the game. It's more so like I was getting the things I was getting the discipline that I wasn't getting at home. You know what I'm saying? Like that accountability that a good father has that teaches you accountability, discipline, and consistency. Sports give you that. That's why I always stay with it. That's why I always stay with football, wrestling, and track, because those are sports that hold you accountable. I was a lineman. If you ain't do your job, that's your ass. Wrestling, you by yourself. If you ain't on your shit, that's your ass. Same thing with track and field. If you not doing your part from your team get losing points, that's your ass. And like that form of accountability and that void that you get from a lack of a parent within the household is crucial. And I think it's really like we touched on it before. Like it starts with the household and the individual. Like you as an individual, you have to understand yourself, be accurate with yourself, and be honest with yourself about where you lacking and where you want to be better at. You know, and I think during this time, especially during this conversation, I just want people to understand that, like going back to the original conversation, Black people, we just need to understand our place and understand this is a game that we got to play, and who's to say we can't win? Once we obtain that skill, profit from our skill, obtain resources, that's when we invest within one another.
I agree.
You can invest along the way, but that's when you get the most change.
But I think you got to align yourself with people that think like you, though, Sturdy.
No, you will. You will.
You try to help somebody out. They got to prove themselves. So that's a good thing about certain little organizations. I know they got these occults and all that, but like if we gonna have an organization, we got a standard that you have to adhere to before we just give you all our love and all our, things that we have to give you to help you along with your business. That you got to show us that you willing to do, a certain amount of work, certain amount of hours, ready to put in a certain amount of money, because people don't value something that they don't work for, and just because you Black, we put you in and then you don't handle your business. Like we ain't trying to be bougie, but we all at a certain level. So bruh, if you want to come up here with us, it's like the army or something. You got to run 5 miles. You got to go through the obstacle course. It's like brothers let people in too easy, and brothers let women in too easy just because they cute. No, make that woman earn you, man. You the man. You the Asiatic Black man. You the coldest thing on earth. Your melanin is worth $5 million, man. Don't be just letting any woman have you. What's wrong with you players? Have a standard.
I gotta disagree. I think your melon is worth this whole fucking continent, man.
There you
we
go.
built this shit, man. And I think motherfuckers need to start understanding this shit, man. And I think that's the problem, man. Like, but I mean, they're not raised ism. I mean, that's why I feel like y'all constantly, oh, the black man's fearing this, black. Come on, man. It's just us trying to teach other brothers, like, look, you're worth something, man. Stop going with
Okay,
the
AJ, since
society
we on the
norms.
manosphere right quick, I'm gonna go hit my beer, and then if ain't nobody else gonna pull up, we gonna end this in a minute. But I appreciate everybody for pulling up. We got 16 people in here. Hit the like button. Rock with Uncle Ism. I got my young player partner Sturdy, first time here. I got AJ seeing Red, first time here. You know, we got men up here. We got a young man, no family. He done went on a weight loss journey. We talking about a lot of things. Kyrie and Kanye. We got AJ. He has sons. We all trying to each one teach one. So AJ,
yes,
do you think the black manosphere is helping or hindering brothers? Because some brothers, I'm red pill, but they scared to get a woman, or I'm Nikto, I'm this or that. So do you think the black manosphere is helping or hindering brothers? AJ, and then Sturdy come after that. Go ahead.
I definitely feel like it's helping, because it's just getting information out there. It's just a space. Like I can't talk about every individual that's in the space, that's in there putting whatever information that they putting out there that's correct. But you got a lot of brothers that's really that cares about other brothers, that's putting the information out there, and you got other brothers waking up. Now, I don't like this leadership shit motherfuckers doing. Certain motherfuckers, they're the leaders, and these old fanboys, as respectfully ism, that's on the outside looking in, saying this and that. No, bro, it don't matter. Like, if can you debunk what they're saying? Because I learned so much in this space. It's just like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? I'm a internalize it, take it in, and then what I'm going to do with it. But people just making this space like it's an organization, like it's a group, and it's not. It's just like brothers coming in here giving you information. You could internalize it, you could take it and do what you want to do with it. Or other than that, if you don't, you just like, fuck it, man, move on.
Yeah, he kind of hit it on the nail. If I had to put a percentage to it, I think it. If I put a percentage to it, I think it's 70% help, 30% hurtful. The 70% fundamentally, it is at the end of the day, no matter how toxic or just informative any spectrum that manosphere is, it is simply put, individual man, get your shit together. It is the same. It's the same thing. Get some status. Work on yourself, improve in life. Then you could obtain whatever you want, whether it be woman, females, whatever. Either way, men as always respect stuff that you earn. Like that is always what it is. And the 30% in terms of hurt, the guys or the people or even the women who gets involved in the sphere, there is some division because there is a level of expectation. So like if you be honest with you, like some people just don't want a relationship, or they'll want to be whatever that you want from that person. Don't necessarily mean it's a different reason. They just don't want it for that reason. It's just a no. So instead of feeling some type of way, or even if they say yes, you expecting something, that's where the negative comes in. It people come with preconceived expectations that if they don't meet those expectations, then they take it the wrong way. And that's why I think it does the hyperbolic sometimes stories from both sides on the manosphere. I think that's the hurtful part. But altogether, I think it's more so helpful because at the end of the day, just telling dudes to get their shit together. No, my fault. Like, get their stuff together. That's it.
There it is. There it is. That's all. Hey, Sturdy. A lot of brothers say they took the certain pills and this pill. Well, if you took the red pill, I thought it was reality. So some brothers need to come to the reality that they need to get in shape. They need to lose some weight. They need to do some introspection, and then they can do some outrospection. You dig what I'm saying? So hey, man,
Ism, not to cut you off, but that's the problem, because they're coming from certain households. They weren't taught the reality. They don't know shit about that. They didn't have that manhood in the household to teach them that. So now I don't listen.
Yeah, no, you don't. That's another thing. You don't need, like, it's important. You need, I'll take that back. You need both parents in the household, but what you need basically a party or an influence to teach you how to nurture, and another influence to teach you how
Facts.
to be disciplined, to hold
Facts.
yourself accountable. That's what's most important. Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have a father in my life for majority of my life, but I still got that discipline and other positive outcomes. And that's the thing about it. I lived in record crime neighborhoods. For every city I lived in, record break crime neighborhoods. But I still chose not to do that. And honest with you, some OGs deterred me from doing that because
So what was it? Those coaches, Sturdy, that helped you along the way? Those
it was
sports coaches?
it was coaches, but I think the most influential, the most words that I took from was the hustling dudes on the block, because there was really a time they really deterred me. Like they was like, nah, we heard you want to be a lawyer.
Ray Rays tried to tell you, no, man, go the
Real
other
talk.
way.
Real
You got
talk.
the game. That's good game right there, because they always talk down on the street dudes.
No,
the street dudes said, no, man, you one of the other guys. Go ahead.
It's not just that. They ain't just tell me. They ain't just put me away from it. They also like, you know what? We heard you getting good grades, so keep it up. Then they will either give them money or like they will like invite me over. Like they girl cook us some as they get the latest video games.
Yeah.
They will reward that. Like I think that's another thing missing too. Like black people need to they need to learn how to give themselves self incentives to get them along the checkpoints until they get to their goal. And I think that determines with that deterrence in combination with the things I was getting from sports and what made me to the guy I am today.
Yeah,
it was that's what it is. Like it's
I
not.
said that the other day.
I say
I'm proud of you.
I say that to say, AJ, you need both parents in the household. That's no doubt. But just how a scenario where there be good parents or bad parents, as long as you're receiving those things, those essential fundamental things, it just comes with choice.
No, let me say this. No, because I mean, I say I was fortunate to have that, but at the same time, like with my kids, I wasn't married to their mother. I wasn't in the house with them. No, I'm just saying, like when we start looking at it, like, and I'm gonna say this, sir, ism. This go be a little AJ-ism. You know how I get down. All I'm saying that it takes for a father figure to be there, period. I wasn't in the household with my kid's mother. You know, I wasn't at all. I mean, in the beginning, yeah, but you know, towards as time went on, no, you know, she married some dude, whatever. I stayed out of there, but I still took care of my kids. My thing is this: like, we need to stop with the society shit that we're doing. Like, okay, let's just take the man out of the situation, period. That's my argument. Like this Pookie and Ray Ray bullshit and these drug dealers. Now, man, get the fuck up out of here. Look at where they're coming from and the households they're coming from. Like, that's bullshit to me. I'm tired of hearing that. Now, I give y'all that. I grant you that ism. I grant you that sturdy. When it comes to the black manosphere, because I hear guys, well, you know, the dog got her pregnant, Pookie and Ray. But no, she made that choice because she already knew what she was dealing with. But it doesn't matter. My thing is this. This is my argument. It's always been my argument. Like, look, we know this shit is not working. So why can't we turn around and stop implementing something that we could put forward with our kids or whatever, which involves the father? Just involve the father, that we could turn around and change this shit around. Other than that, my thing is this: start having kids. Stop having kids. Like,
I agree.
And they keep blaming. They keep blaming the men. They keep saying Pookie, and no, there ain't no Pookie and Rape. No, because she chose that. That ain't on them. That's because they're coming from the same household as them. So we need to stop doing that shit.
I agree. I agree, AJ. Some people grew up with their grandparents, but they had a grandfather that was with their grandmother, and he was a strong black man, and they was able to see some kind of discipline. He got up, went to work every morning, and whatever. He wore his overalls, whatever. Drove a Cadillac. But you know, it's certain things you need to see as a man that you've seen somewhat of a successful, whether it was an uncle, a coach, and sturdy. Maybe your mission in life is to give a little back when you do
not
have
to
some
cut you
sons
off.
to be a coach. Because
Not to
coaches
cut
help
you
you.
off though.
Go ahead, AJ. Go ahead.
But no, because I'm gonna ask you a question. When you look at some of the guys back then that really was promoting, let's just say the street walking shit, they came from a 2-parent household. They had their fathers was teaching them the game. So that didn't come from no single mother. I mean, I don't think
AJ, the dudes that I seen, they women was a part of their family. Like how you on your picture right there, they didn't just have a woman for a little 5-10 cents, little fly by night brawl. They had their family. This woman was part. So if they had a woman, they took care of her kids. They made sure her kids was gonna get some money if we was out here doing what we doing in the streets or whatever. You get what I'm saying? I come from them dudes. It was like they say
but that's what I'm saying.
ties, but real mob ties. AJ went to jail for 5 years, so I had to go over there and make sure his kids had school clothes. I had to make sure I gave his woman money to keep her rent together. So when you came home, you was still cool. Me and Sturdy put a little envelope together to make sure when you got out that you had a few dollars. We had a car for you when you got out of jail. You get what I'm saying? But all that's over. So the only thing I can tell brothers to do is start at home. Make sure your family.
But that's my thing, Ism. Man.
Yeah, the game is pretty much over.
You just spoke the realest shit. You just spoke the realest shit. And that's the thing. Like, okay, nowadays, them men, they're not here anymore. Because them guys, even though they was doing that fuck shit, they still was taking care of their families.
No more honor, no more AJ. There's no more integrity.
So
no
what
more.
we doing?
If you in jail 5 years, I'm coming over there trying to holler at your woman instead of making sure your woman is straight.
Your woman,
yeah. Here, get this to AJ when you go up there and visit him this week. Make sure you put this on his books. Here, I'm gonna bring this dude for the boys and make sure they go school shopping with my boys. They gonna have Jordans too. You get what I'm saying? To make sure, so while you in jail, you can do your time right because you did, your time part of our organization. But
because you was part of that, right? I
made
sure.
But the brothers nowadays, man, get y'all a business. Go. It's some other things y'all can do. It's so many other. I was in the 70s. You either sold crack walk or wicked jump shot, and that was real. Now you got other opportunities as black men to do so many other things. You got the internet, you got the phone in your hand, man. It's a computer. You can do it.
Let me say this is
nowadays, bro.
And I'm gonna drop down.
Go ahead.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's Kyrie and Kanye fools though. I mean, they you seeing the hate, and then you see these other butt breaking ass Negroes sitting back. Oh no, they shouldn't say that. Like, nigga, no, wake the fuck up, man. We need to have our own shit, man. We need to have our own infrastructure. We need to have our own business. We need to come together as men. I'm not looking at the women because if you could pay money, whatever, nigga. I'm not looking at it towards the women's standpoint. Like, I could come over here in ism and fuck with them. Because if ism saying some real shit, I'm agree with him. I don't do that hate shit. I don't do that goofy shit. I don't know ism. But at the same time, he's a black man. I wish the best for him. But I think that's the problem. Like, these niggas, you got slave-minded ass niggas that want to stay on the plantation, and then you got niggas calling that shit out, and then these niggas want to turn around and hate and say, well, y'all just with these white motherfuckers. Now, fuck them. I'm with black motherfuckers, man. I'm with us black men coming together, having our own shit. And the time is now. If the time is now, it will never happen. Ism, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me on here. Sturdy. Hey, it's good talking to you, bro, man. You seem like a very young, intelligent brother. Everybody in your chat, man. I'm gonna get the fuck on out of there, man, before I start snapping. All right, Ism. I ain't gonna rhyme, bro. I love you, bro. Peace.
Right on, AJ.
All right.
Salute.
Yeah, have a good one, man. Ism. I'm gonna leave you with this.
Sturdy, you got the flow, man. And y'all go subscribe to AJC and Red. He has a channel. Brother Sturdy, you got the flow. Finish it out.
No, I was just gonna leave you with some good news. They decided to keep Draymond. According to reports, they not gonna trade him. Even though
I think Steph said don't trade him. Steph said, we need black men to stick together. I think Steph and Clay, because the owners probably was like, we need to get ready. Steph and Clay say, no, we want to keep Draymond. We needed him. Because when you got two light-skinned niggas, somebody got to be the goon.
Right.
You know they gonna test them yellow niggas. Both of their daddies was rich and NBA dads. Draymond from the hoods of Saginaw. We needed one nigga to be the thug. Go ahead, finish it out.
Yeah, shout out to Izza, man. Shout out to Lou. Shout out to the discussions, man. Just as people, we just need to be more logical out thinking. And as individuals, just work on yourself, man. Just work on obtain a skill, profit from that skill, clear your debt, obtain some resources. That's it.
Nothing but good game. Nothing but good game from a 26-year-old brother that's telling you to eat right, live right. Same thing that you understand me. Elijah Muhammad was teaching, whether you like him or not. He said, eat right, eat to live, black man. And Brother Sturdy came in here, 26-year-old brother. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, hey, when I grew up, man, hey, that's little ism. Yeah, man, I was 3 years old right there, man. I was preaching, giving sermons, man. Doing the Al-Fatiha. You understand me? Man, y'all don't know nothing about me, man. I was a player once upon a time, man. Once upon a time. I'm an old square from Delaware right now. So I see you over there, Cyborg. My brother Cyborg. All my players in here. You know, real rap. I see you. Emoji James, Taylor, the Natural, Don Gordito, the old man, the Brother Love show. We got Brother Love. We got Sakpa Sesa. That's not how you say his name. That's how I say it. Now shut up. So salute to y'all. Emoji James Brown. Hey, man. Y'all gonna find out Uncle Ism is on y'all side, man. I rock with y'all. Y'all rock with me. And we ain't gonna never stop. And you know we ain't gonna never quit. I'm 51 years old, man. If I can do it, you can do it. Now let's go, family. Salute. Brother X, let them know where they at.
The map is speaking. Peace.